So possibly one of the most talked about changes from the last budget in October 2024 was the changes to national insurance contributions for employers. Now, while a lot of people think that's only going to impact employers, actually the knock-on effect is going to impact employees as well. And whether that is with reduced opportunities or reduced pay increases, we don't know how that's going to pan out, but it is going to have a massive impact, especially for those businesses who are on pretty tight margins already. So if you remember, the communications all around that we're going to increase employers' national insurance by 1.2% from 13.8% to 15%, because we're not going to have any tax on jobs, tax on working people. This is a tax on working people and it's going to impact working people. If you take that 1.2%, that's actually an 8.7% increase in that tax. So for an employer to give an individual just a 1% increase, that's going to cost them more than 10% more. So it's a huge impact, and a lot of employers who are in fine margins are considering, well, do we not give pay rises this year? Can we not afford to give pay rises this year? Do we need to look at doing something different with pension contributions? Do we stop employing younger, less experienced staff, because actually the associated minimum wage increases with the national insurance contributions and the pension contributions mean that the cost of employing somebody with absolutely no experience is starting to become so high that the knock-on impact on people with a lot of experience means that you've got to make choices somewhere. So, that's a potential impact. Another impact is that some businesses are just deciding not to recruit, to expect their people to do more with what they've got, to do more with the same number of people, which put pressure on. I was talking to a few employment lawyers yesterday actually, and they're saying they're seeing an awful lot of redundancies, a lot of headcount freezes, and unfortunately an increase in discrimination and people being pushed out and forced out, which was pretty horrifying to hear. And then of course there's the other impact, that people will start looking to technology and or offshoring to service anything that can be done remotely. So there's a massive impact from this national insurance increase. And one thing I should mention as well, of course, is that while the employment allowance, which I'll talk about later, has increased from 5,000 to 10,500, the fact that the threshold at which employers start to pay national insurance has decreased from 9,100 down to 5,000 means that on average a company is paying an awful lot more national insurance per individual than they had forecast they were going to be doing.